Urban Therapy with Sun 752. This your daily go getimism number 789 for November 30th, 2016, last day of November. All right, tonight I want to talk to y'all about the things that people will do in order to get paid off of insurance money. The crazy things that people will do to get paid off insurance money. Around my way, we call it case money. Case money. In other words, like a legal settlement. You have sued somebody, or somebody has done something to you, you sued them, and this is the money that you get in the settlement. So, but we call it case money. Like, oh, I got a case. You used to hear people saying it all the time. Yo, man, when I get this case money, listen, it's a serious thing. See, the United States is a very, very litigious place. Litigious. That means litigation, which means the courts and the legal system, and I've seen people try to get hit by cars and buses, try to trip up steps, fall down, and in businesses and things like that, trying to get paid off a case, trying to get some settlement money. And it's not as easy as it sounds. You know, you would think that at the rate that some people will try to get this money, this insurance money, you would think that they're going to get the money in a few months. And it never happens that way. I don't even think it happens that fast, even if you settle out of court. You know, they're going to be, first, you have to go see a lawyer. Your lawyer is going to refer you to these doctors. These doctors are going to refer you to these specialists. These specialists are going to refer you to these therapists. These therapists you're going to have to go to physical therapy for months and months, years and years, and then you might wind up getting $50,000, $100,000, maybe even $200,000, but you've been waiting on this shit for like 5 years. It's not a good look. I mean, you could have made that much money in the amount of time that you were waiting for that money. Now don't get me wrong. When somebody has been hurt, seriously hurt, and they have had to go through the hardships of losing a job because they weren't able to go to work, or they are in serious pain and have been suffering for a long time. I'm not saying that they shouldn't get that money, but I know a lot of people who were not hurt or not seriously hurt, but they knew that they could get some money, so they went for theirs. And I also know people who weren't hurt at all, but like I said, they tried to make themselves appear hurt so they can get this case money. And it's ill. But I'll tell you what's iller than that. When we start talking about insurance money, you can't forget about people who take out insurance policies on people, waiting for them to die. You know, poisoning people. Like, I watch the ID channel a lot. I ain't gonna front. I watch the ID channel a lot. So I see what spouses will do to each other after they taken out a major or extremely large insurance policy out on their spouse, and then they poison them or arrange for them to be murdered and something like that. They get caught. Now, I'm sure some people have done that and never got caught. But they did this in order to get some insurance money. So you take out $1 million insurance policy on your mom or your dad or your spouse, and then you get your friends to murk them, so you can get this little $1 million, $2 million. I mean, where's your moral character? I mean, is it that deep? Trying to have a little bit of wealth, trying to floss a little bit. You're willing to lose a loved one over that? I ain't gonna front, man. I wouldn't lose a hated one over no money. But this thing that beats inside my chest, we don't rock like that. We don't rock like that. So all of that trying to get case money, trying to get a settlement, waiting on insurance money, doing all kinds of things to try to sue somebody. That's another thing. People who sue people at the drop of a hat, they're always willing to sue somebody. I mean, like, man, you talk to me mean, I'm suing you. defamation of character. Well, in order to prove defamation of character, you gotta, defame somebody in front of people, and all of the information has to be lies. But I want to talk briefly about some of the things that this quest for case money, quest for insurance money does to people, as far as people who were once good friends, family members, lovers. Money divides people, man. It does. It divides people because people's greed gets out of hand, and they really just want to have all the money to themselves that they were supposed to break down with other people. Let's take like the case of an inheritance or a will. Well, a living will is an inheritance. When the person who wrote the will dies, everybody's scrambling to get this and get that and all of that. How many times? Well, most people that I know somebody who has had a grandmother, grandfather, mom or dad that passed away, left the house, left the car, had a little insurance policy, $50,000, $100,000, and that money and that estate, that property and everything was supposed to be divided amongst certain family members, like the children. How many times have you heard about the sole beneficiary taking all of the money, not breaking nobody off with nothing, or just breaking them off with such a small percentage when it was supposed to be split up evenly amongst all the siblings? Why? Over a little bit of money. I understand if you've been broke all your life or whatever, that little $100,000 cash money, yeah, it's gonna feel good. But that shit don't last long, man. That's a year's salary. It's not my year's salary, but it is a year's salary to a lot of people. And it's just a year's salary. Now, there aren't too many people who make $100,000 in 1 year and can talk about that same $100,000 5 years later. As you make more money, your lifestyle increases, and man, I've seen people run through money like that, man. Can't even make $100,000 last 1 year. They run through that shit, buy a couple of cars, pay off their rent for 6 months. They don't even pay it off for the year. Or buy a crib, whatever. Give away a lot of money. Go on a vacation. Just mess up the dough. Over insurance money. And that shit don't last, and it's not worth the bonds that you have broken that were once really strong. You did it in for a couple of dollars. I mean, something got to be wrong with you to do that. But people do it. It is what it is. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. And anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours. And remember, when it comes to that case money, that settlement money, that money that people get from suing people, it brings out the jealousy in people. It brings out the greed in people. It brings out the hate in people. And it brings out the division amongst people that were all separated over the almighty dollar. That's not cool. If you can be separated over money, then your integrity is on such shaky ground. Because if you really love somebody, you should want to give to them. You shouldn't want to, keep everything to yourself just so you can get your little floss on, man. That's just whack. The Urban Therapy with Son show is tonight. It's almost time for that, John, too. We're going to get it together, though. The Urban Therapy with Son show is tonight, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Call-in number 319-527-6199. blogtalkradio.com/Son752. Now listen, tonight we're talking about absentee fathers. We're talking about trying to explain to the children how come daddy don't come around no more. You know, it's just crazy. It really is crazy how in 2016, November 30th, 2016, you know, we are so surprised when a man is active, seriously and proactively active in the children's lives. That's shitty. I mean, where have we come as a people, man? Where have all the fathers gone? Well, we're gonna take a look at where they've gone. We're not gonna make excuses for any of them, but we are going to examine some of the reasons that a man might stop dealing with his children, or may not be with his children, for whatever reason. And there are reasons. You know, not every man that is not with his children is a deadbeat dad. So I'm not going into the whole name calling thing. There probably will be some name calling tonight, but it won't be from me. I'm really trying to concentrate on the people who are really affected by this, and those are the children, man. Our children. A child needs a father just as much as they need a mother. Now, there are a lot of people out here who don't think so, whether they've grown up with a father or not. But yeah, a father is very important. If you think that a grandfather is important, and most people do agree that a grandfather is important, well, how can a father not be as important as a grandfather? Doesn't a grandfather have to be a father first before they can be a pop-pop, before they can be granddad, before they can be grandfather? So, I mean, that lets you know what it is right there, man. But we're going to get it in tonight, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Once again, the number to call is area code 319-527-6199. blogtalkradio.com/Sun752. Peace. 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, alright? 1.